Hey, mahal everyone. Welcome back again to the Broadway Saiyan YouTube channel. I'm your host 40 and we are back with another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Heretic Quests. So it's really exciting that Global is going to be getting these quests pretty early. On top of getting Chapter 8 within a few hours upon the making of this video. So very exciting. It was definitely a surprise news to us, but it's going to be really cool. We're going to have more things to do on top of doing Chapter 8. Now, before I get on with the video, I do want to apologize to you guys. I've been having some difficulty with my software for recording, which is why I'm not using the webcam, and also why I won't be showing any gameplay for this. And I don't know if you guys noticed on my Chapter 8 video, there was a little bit of lag as far as the gameplay, so I'm trying to figure out what happened. Just bear with me and thank you guys for your patience, but let's go ahead and move forward and talk about Heretic Quests. So, Heretic Quests are brand new solo exclusive challenge quests. These quests will feature the Heretic versions of bosses, which we have faced before, except this time they're going to be a little bit more powerful than their previous incarnations. There's going to be two different versions of these quests. One is called Rising, and the one is called Catalyst. The 4 quests for Catalyst, which is the introductory difficulty, so it's the easier one, is going to feature 2 of them with enemies that are vulnerable to physical damage, and then the other 2 will have enemies vulnerable to magical damage. And then Rising is going to be the harder difficulty, again with 4 quests, 2 with enemies being vulnerable to physical and the other 2 being vulnerable to magic. So you definitely want to think about how you want to set up your team, so that way you'll be able to combat the challenges for these Heretic Quests. Now, Heretic Quests will also have a set of characters who are the synergy characters for this event. These characters will not be restricted, which means that you can use them for all the quests for this event. Non-synergy characters can be used, however, they will be locked out after you use them to clear one of the 4 quests. So what that means is that, let's say you have a party full of non-synergy characters and you clear quest 1. You can't bring those characters to quest 2. So, but unless you use the synergy characters, those characters have no restrictions. So it's up to you guys how you want to set up your party. I don't know which synergy characters are going to be for this event. In Japan, there were 6 of them, so it might be different for us, but we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do. But those are going to be kind of like the rules for the Heretic Quest, which I think is pretty interesting. It allows us to definitely strategize for these. And then an additional bonus challenge will be unlocked upon clearing all 4 stages for both Rising and Catalyst. So there's going to be an extra quest that'll be unlocked for Rising and for Catalyst once we clear the initial 4. Now, rewards are to be determined. It could be possibly gems or maybe summon tickets, Dissidia points, or armor tokens. And the only reason why I say this is, again, when this came out in JP, the rewards that they gave out were the high crystals, and the high crystals were used for level 51 to level 60 crystal passives. So I don't think they're going to give that to us early, just because it's going to cause an imbalance in the game. Now, if they decide to, even more of a surprise. That's going to be crazy if they decide to do that. But I feel like the rewards are going to be, you know, the aforementioned, which are gems, summon tickets, Dissidia points, or armor tokens. So we'll see what they decide to give us. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the 4 featured bosses, the Heretic bosses for these events. So the first one is Heretic Guy Behemoth, Chase HP 40. This time he has no elemental weakness or resistance, whereas before he was weak to fire, so kind of interesting. He is going to be vulnerable to physical and range, and he will be resisting magic. Nothing really changed about his moves, though. I assume that they're only going to be hitting harder, since this is the Heretic version of himself. The next one is the Heretic Land Turtle. He has a chase HP of 30. This time he's going to be weak to Earth, Wind, and Dark, but he doesn't resist any other elements. He does resist range and physical, however, he is vulnerable to magic, and those are going to be the list of his attacks. Again, nothing really different, but they're probably just going to be hitting harder. The next one is the Heretic Booster Machine, or I like to call him Omega because he looks exactly like Omega from Final Fantasy V. Chase HP 40. He's going to be weak to Ice and Thunder, and also he's going to be resisting all other elements. So just keep in mind when bringing characters that have elements attached to them. He's going to be vulnerable to physical and range, but he does not resist magic. And those are going to be the list of his abilities. Again, nothing really different, only the fact that they're going to be hitting harder. And then the last one is everyone's favorite, or everyone's most hated, is the Heretic Berserker armor, Chase HP 40. He's going to be weak to Earth, Wind, and Dark. He doesn't resist all the other elements. He's going to be resisting physical and range, but he will be vulnerable to magic. I still have post-trauma from this boss from the Lost Chapter Vanille level 90. But those are going to be a list of his abilities. Again, the strategy for him is you want to make sure to watch out when he uses Berserk. Make sure to have a Dispel ready for that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the bosses for the Heretic Quest. So I'm pretty excited that they're giving us this content early. It's gonna definitely be pretty challenging. At the same time, it's gonna be fun strategizing and creating different parties to combat these Heretic Quests. Alright guys, my name is 40 the Broadway Saiyan. Stay tuned for the next video, and mahal everyone.